No, oh yeah, I've seen this. We're talking about Baltus or something, and it is, it's close, but that takes months. It does take a long time. It's just one of the medications. Me, see what we can do.
I'm retired.
Because to me,
Factory adjustable front end.
it's a track because if you look at the manufacturers,
You don't have to run. We'll be waiting. No, it's just.
it's in online. Maybe they changed it.
But I don't really.
Even when they recycle
39 now?
right.
Oh!
One of the guys.
Or
something.
I don't give a shit. Now got
Go out there.
now replace the what? No, it wasn't crap. What it was you can't sleeve that one anymore.
Could be like a
Keep that, get enough friction on this and the fucker.
Okay, with return of Serena and her zip drive, we will get the meeting underway here. Call to order. Roll call by the county clerk.
I didn't turn my thing on.
We have 29 present and 1 absent.
So we have a quorum. Pledge of Allegiance. Could you lead us, Roger?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take a minute to think about your process tonight. Thank you very much. Please be seated. We're in compliance with open meetings law, Mr. Administrator.
We are, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Takes us to approval of the agenda. I would like to make 2 suggestions on the agenda right at the moment. Number 1, the Health Department annual report by Elizabeth will not be given tonight. We were postponing it till next month. Elizabeth had a family incident come up, family conflict, so we're postponing it for 1 month. And secondly, under special order of business, item B, discussion regarding potential sale of county-owned farmland. We will move to after number 14, public comment of a general nature. That way we can move the meeting along, and at that point, if there's a lot of discussion, we can put that at the end. Any problems with that? If everybody's okay with that, I entertain a motion to approve that change the agenda. Who is it? Moved by Supervisor Backlund. Do I have a second? Supervisor Paulson. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, the agenda is approved as amended. Approval of the July 8th, 2025 meeting minutes. Mr. Winnicky.
I would move approval of the July 8th, 2025 meeting minutes as presented.
Moved by Ms. Supervisor Winnicky. Do I have a second? Second by Supervisor Christensen. Questions, discussion? Anybody else catch any mistakes or anything? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Communications. Audrey?
We have the notice of public hearing for planning and zoning, which is August 21st, 2025. And then you should also have the treasurer's monthly report.
Okay, thank you very much. With public comment, do we have any public comment?
There is one individual there.
One in the back. Have you signed in?
Yes.
Okay. Please come up to the podium. You have 3 minutes. And this is public comment on something that would be on the agenda. Any other general public comment goes at the end of the meeting.
You can do that if you need.
So give your name and your address, and then
Good evening. My name is Linda Kaufeld, and I live in Watertown, Wisconsin. And I'm here I wrote something up on homosexuality, and I think this is a topic that we all need to understand. And so that's my topic tonight. So I'll start. Have you ever been presented with the pleas of a homosexual that they need to be accepted because they say, I was always this way, or I was different from the youngest age. I didn't choose it. It's just the way I am. Let me make this perfectly clear. I do not hate homosexuals, and I don't think a lot of us, we don't hate homosexuals. It's a different lifestyle. It's not a lifestyle that we agree, but I don't hate them. But that doesn't mean that we have to accept, promote, and even finance their perversion. And yes, it is a perversion. The question needs to be asked, why is it that some people feel the same-sex attraction so early in life? Well, why did you feel sinful emotions in your heart early in your life? Were you a liar from the earliest age? Were you angry, and did you fight with your siblings? Your parents certainly didn't teach you these behaviors. They come very naturally. As parents, you didn't pull little Susie aside and say, now, sweetheart, I want to teach you something. I want to teach you how to lie, and this is how you do it. As parents, we all know lying, cheating, and selfish behavior all comes naturally. And this is because we were all born with a sinful nature. How well we know our choices lead to consequences. And this is what homosexuality is. It's a choice. We know it's a choice because many who were homosexuals desire to come out of that lifestyle, and many do. And sadly, some do not, and even progress to a transgender lifestyle, and tragically, even to the point of taking hormones to force the body to make physical changes, and even worse, irreversible surgeries that alter and remove body parts. As we become more and more aware of the tragedy of homosexuality and transgenderism, it is our responsibility not to promote it and to protect insecure and innocent children from being influenced into this lifestyle. Now, I'd like to take a moment. I have listened to Don Green. He's a pastor in Cincinnati, Ohio. And in 2019, after years of study and research, he started preaching on
that is your
homosexuality.
3 minutes. Your time is up.
If anyone wants a sermon, it's great. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
No.
Anything else to sign in? Okay. Then we'll move on to special order of business. Mr. Lucky.
Okay. It is my privilege tonight to recognize a remarkable leader in the Jefferson County community, Deb Reinbold, president of Thrive Economic Development. Deb, this is probably longer than you were expecting, so you Deb has been named Women Executive of the Year by Biz Times Media, which encompasses the 9-county region in southeastern Wisconsin. So to be named this is drawing from millions of women, and it is really a great honor for Deb and for our community as well on her behalf. This award will be presented to Deb at the Women in Business Symposium later this month in Brookfield. The theme of that event is leading through uncertainty, but here in Jefferson County, we know that Deb's leadership is equally about leading with intentionality, making deliberate, forward-looking decisions that drive growth while keeping our rural roots intact. Under Deb's leadership, Thrive Economic Development has been instrumental in attracting transformative projects that you have probably seen in the headlines, Kikkoman, Onego Bio, Aztalan Bio, Palermo's, Nestle Purina, and all of them together represent well over $1 billion in economic development right here in the county, which is an unprecedented level of growth that will shape our economy for decades. Deb has not only brought in major employers and expanded our tax base, she has also elevated Jefferson County's profile across Wisconsin and beyond. Her work has sparked interest from Madison and Milwaukee area developers, and momentum continues to build. Last month, I stood right here and had the opportunity to be the featured speaker at a Thrive ED educational session focusing on what has been happening here in Jefferson County, both in the government and in the communities, and where we think our next steps will be. My address touched on many, many things that we have to be proud of here, but of course there was a section on Deb and her team and all that they've been doing. People have certainly seen these headlines, but they might not have seen all that happens behind the scenes, the ways that Deb talks to media outlets, secures new housing studies, works with municipal partners, deploys our Live Local Development Fund, and writes and researches grants not only for her department but for others. All of this is done with that idea of intentional economic growth in mind that was identified in our strategic plan. As county administrator, I am proud and lucky to be surrounded by heads of all of our various departments who demonstrate a similar passion for their work. But tonight is about highlighting how fortunate we are to have Deb Reinbold leading economic development in Jefferson County, someone who can forge partnerships with global companies while still keeping her focus here at home. Please join me in congratulating Deb on this well-deserved honor and thank her for her vision, her persistence, and her commitment to our future.
Well, Stacy. Well, thank you all. I really appreciate it. I'll keep this really, really brief. But first of all, I wouldn't be here without all of you. The Food and Beverage Innovation Campus that was created, I mean, that's the county farmland. Wouldn't be here again without the city of Jefferson. Tim Freitag has been instrumental in all the growth that's been happening here. Ben Waymeyer, Vicki Pratt, their vision. And then my family. I'm looking back there at my husband. And then our team. I mean, we've got a small but mighty team, and we do a lot of really good stuff. If you haven't, come on over and visit us over in Workforce Development. But thank you all for the acknowledgement.
Event is on August 21st in Brookfield. If anyone would like to attend, please let me know. We can coordinate that with Deb.
We were unaware there was someone on Zoom that wanted to speak on public comment, so we'll go back to that. And so, who can you bring him up? Please state, if they can hear me, please state your name, and you have 3 minutes.
My name is Stacy Estudillo. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, please state your address, and then you can proceed.
1002 East Main Street, Watertown, Wisconsin. I would like to speak regarding the resolution about you guys being the fiscal advisors for the youth group. I know that this group promotes the Trevor Project. I have emailed all of you. I've been in the Trevor Project chat rooms. Lots of disturbing things, teaches minors how to exit quickly if a parent walks in the room. I think in the political environment that we're in, that there's plenty of other people that could manage this grant. I don't think it's something that our county should be involved in. Over the last few elections, we have ran a more conservative vote. I just think that we have a lot of other things to worry about in our county, and that this shouldn't be one. It's a clear separation of state and church, for lack of better words. Lots of people could ask you guys to be their advisors, and I just don't think this is something that the community will take well to. I think that over the last 2 years, many of the Jefferson County communities have spoken up kind of against this, and I just think that it's better if we just keep our hands off of this and work on things to benefit the entire community. I am aware that Jefferson County already gives therapy for mental illness, medications, etc. That this it will promote and fund drag shows for children, sexual exploitation, and I couldn't go without saying something. I just think this is something the county should keep their hands off of. Thank you for letting me comment, and I'm sorry I couldn't make it there in person today.
Okay. That takes us to Where we at? Annual reports. Library services, Brittany Larson and Minetta Lippert.
Hello, my name is Minetta Lippert, and I'm the library director at the Dwight Foster Public Library. And I also have with me Brittany Larson. She is the new director of the Bridges Library System. She started in early June, right in time for budgeting, but she's doing a great job, and I'm happy to have her here with me today. So I am here today to represent the 9 public libraries in Jefferson County and share some of the wonderful things that we've done in 2024. First of all, let's start with the mission of the Jefferson County Library Service, which is to support and strengthen the municipal libraries so that all county residents receive quality public library service. I hope you all had the chance to see our 2024 annual report. In 2024, the 9 public libraries in Jefferson County circulated 985,350 items, which is a lovely, healthy, strong number. I do have some slides here because I'd prefer to look at pictures rather than me. So we can jump through a couple to my graphs. Thank you. Thank you. One more. Thank you. Another number that I'm really proud of is in 2024, the 9 public libraries, actually we're looking at 8 of them because that's what I could get data of. We saved Jefferson County residents more than $19 million by using public library materials instead of buying those materials themselves. So we like to calculate that every year just to show how much value we're bringing to our community. Let's go to the next slide. Thank you. When you think of a public library, you might be thinking of mainly collections, and we are very proud of our collections. One innovation that happened in 2024 is the Cambridge Community Library unveiled a world language collection. But libraries are about a lot more than just collections. Let's look at some other areas that we innovated in 2024. Looking at programs, the Lake Mills Public Library had a teen theater program in 2024 that took a play from the script all the way to a performance. Carl Junginger Memorial Library hosted a charcuterie board making class. Everyone got to enjoy lots of cheese, so who wouldn't want to go to that program? Watertown Public Library offered a silent book club, which is a newer trend nowadays. Usually adults gather and read their books quietly while still being part of a community. And then the Powers Memorial Library celebrated Palmyra's sesquicentennial with cake and special events at the library. Another area of programming that a lot of our public libraries are involved in are memory cafes. So most Jefferson County public libraries participated in memory cafes, which are social gatherings for individuals experiencing memory loss plus their care partners. And actually, Bridges Library System's Library Memory Project was awarded the 2024 Wisconsin Library Association's Programming Innovation Awards. We're very proud of all the work that everyone did on that. Next, let's look at some services that our public libraries did. Jefferson Public Library partnered with the local food pantry as a pickup site for bread and other dry goods. And then many Jefferson County libraries launched a new website events calendar and online room reservation platform to give community members new ways to use our spaces. And then finally, let's look at our spaces. A lot of innovations have been happening in our public libraries. Jefferson Public Library added a holds locker system, which allows people to pick up their holds any time of day at their own convenience. The Dwight Foster Public Library improved accessibility by adding portable table lighting, large print keyboards, trackball mice, and lighted magnifiers. And the Johnson Creek Public Library added an outdoor courtyard space. And then finally, Whitewater is currently working on a renovation and expansion project that began on September 9th, 2024, and might be completed in mid-November of 2025. So we're very proud of all the ways that we've been able to serve our Jefferson County residents in 2024 and going forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Any questions? Seeing none, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, we will have annual report from the Literacy Council, Pamela Waters.
Good evening. I'm Pamela Waters from the Jefferson County Literacy Council. I know you have the report that we prepared for this meeting, so I'm just going to give you some updates. This report comes at the time of year when we close our reporting, so a lot of things have happened or changed from that time. So the correctional education program is back up and running after COVID and the renovations at the county jail. We went back into regular instruction on January 7th this year, and all of the numbers that were included in the report actually went up as we calculated and got down to the nitty-gritty. And so we served 2 additional individuals who were under community supervision. Our OSHA certificates rose to 19, and the GED test facility is back up and running, which means that our wait times are shorter for individuals who are waiting to take a GED test. And this all would not be possible without the support we get from the Sheriff's Department and the county. I especially want to thank Sergeant Heather Novotny and Deputy Dutcher, the work that they do not only to support education and instruction, but the reporting that's required for our grant and the funding that we receive for the correctional education program. And I'd also like to thank David Dykstra from the county, because there's a lot of technology involved in secure testing systems, and he's been able to help us smooth out all those bumps and get back online. In community programming, I wanted to just give you a couple of updates. We did have one more new citizen within our organization, and it was actually a volunteer instructor became a U.S. citizen in April. So that brought our total up to 6 for the last year. The community connections that we switched to, instead of having a 36-week program, all of our instructors are volunteer Jefferson County residents who share their talents so graciously and generously where we need it most. And they, the change from a 36-week commitment to 6-week commitments with a community connection event in between really helped with volunteer recruitment and with student engagement. So our hours went up. They're more engaged because adults are just committing to that 6 week. Even though they're coming for the next 6 weeks, they can think of it in shorter chunks of time. We are currently involved in collaborating with Wisconsin Literacy and Human IT to distribute laptop devices to Jefferson County residents. And so far we've delivered 22. We will continue to distribute those through 2026, through the end of 2026. Within our organization, some of the bigger changes that we moved to was a new standardized test system became available and required July 1st of this year. And along with that there comes a diagnostic tool that we can use to inform instruction. And that has been very powerful because now we have a concrete next steps for every person that we're planning instruction for. So it's very helpful, and it helps us be more effective in achieving those measurable skill gains. And in the back of the report, there was talk about sustainability and funding, and I noted that our grant, our coalition grant through the community, the CJCC here in Jefferson County, was under review by the Office of Management, OMB, and the funds were frozen. Since this report, the review has been completed and our new award letter was received, and although there were changes to adult education funding in other areas, there were no changes in the corrections settings. So those funds have been released and there were no additional conditions or changes to our funding. And looking forward, this year we're starting to plan for our 30th anniversary. We're very excited about that. It will be a community-wide event, and we hope that you will support us in that milestone.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for Pam? Questions from the board? Seeing none, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brings us to item D, County Clerk Annual Report. Audrey McGraw, she promised me she's going to keep this under an hour.
You all know how much I love this anyways. Okay, so you've all had a chance to look at my annual report. I was just going to give a brief overview of the county clerk's office and what we do. The Jefferson County Clerk's Office is a key department within county government responsible for providing essential public services that support the legal and civic needs of residents. Operating with a lean staff of 2 full-time and 1 part-time persons, our office is committed to delivering high-quality service with efficiency, professionalism, and care. Some of our core responsibilities. Number 1, election administration. The office ensures the accurate and secure conduct of all local, state, and federal elections within Jefferson County. This includes overseeing voter registrations, coordinating polling places, training election workers, managing ballots, and certifying election results. Upholding election integrity and promoting voter confidence are central to our mission. Number 2, Passport Acceptance Agency. As an official passport acceptance facility designated by the U.S. Department of State, our office processes applications for new U.S. passports. We assist the public by reviewing documentation, verifying identities, and ensuring compliance with federal regulations. This service provides a convenient, trusted resource for international travelers within the county and surrounding areas. Number 3, issuance of marriage licenses. The office also facilitates the legal process of marriage by issuing licenses to couples in accordance with Wisconsin state law. We ensure that all requirements are met and provide clear guidance to applicants throughout the process. Although our team is small, the Jefferson County Clerk's Office prides itself on a work culture defined by positive attitudes. Each staff member approaches their role with enthusiasm and a willingness to help. Exceptional service. We strive to be more than efficient. We aim to be outstanding. Our team frequently goes above and beyond to assist residents resolve issues and deliver timely, accurate services. Integrity and accessibility. We are committed to transparency, fairness, and equal access to all services. This strong service ethic allows us to effectively meet the needs of Jefferson County residents while navigating the challenges of limited staffing and high demand. In conclusion, the Jefferson County Clerk's Office remains committed to serving the public with integrity, professionalism, and compassion. We thank the County Board of Supervisors for its ongoing support and collaboration, which enables us to fulfill our responsibilities effectively and uphold public trust. That's it.
Any questions for Audrey?
One simple question.
Treasurer Gross.
Yes, I know some, it's not mandatory, but I know that some clerks are starting to do chain of custody with ballots. Is this county doing that?
Yeah, we've been doing that since 2023, I believe.
All right,
So, yes.
thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Seeing none, thank you very much, Audrey.
Thank you.
And now, Corporate Counsel, our Corporate Counsel, Danielle Thompson, and hers will be an hour.
Yes, definitely. So thank you for the opportunity to present my second annual report for Corporation Counsel Department. I'm now approaching the 2-year mark here with the county. As Jefferson County's legal department, our team of 3.5 attorneys and 1 paralegal supports virtually every facet of county government, quietly, diligently, and always with an eye towards compliance, integrity, and good governance. The Corporation Counsel serves as the chief legal advisor to the county board, the county administrator, and all committees, department heads, and county staff. Every day is different. We're called upon to interpret laws, weigh risks, and offer guidance that helps the county make sound, lawful decisions, from high-level policy to individual employee matters. The work we do is often behind the scenes and does not make headlines if we're doing our job right, but it plays a critical role in upholding good government, public trust, and legal integrity across Jefferson County. In 2024, we continued to attend county board and committee meetings to provide real-time legal advice, drafted resolutions and ordinances with an eye towards clarity and conciseness, issued legal opinions to county officials and staff, reviewed contracts, managed public records requests, and enforced county ordinances. We also act as the parliamentarian and support the county's legislative process. Beyond that, to help reduce the county's legal exposure and ensure compliance, we provided legal training to county board members, department heads, and staff on key topics like open meetings law, public records, and contracting, as well as any relevant changes in the law. We're also continuing to develop standardized forms and procedures for common legal issues, which makes compliance more consistent and saves us on staff time. A substantial portion of our work supports the Human Services Department, particularly legal matters involving vulnerable populations. We are statutorily charged with the obligation to represent the public interest in civil matters, which is similar to the district attorney's obligation to represent the public in criminal cases. This work is steady, with the number of cases largely consistent year to year. It includes prosecuting mental health commitments, managing adult guardianships and protective placements. On the juvenile side, we prosecute CHIPS cases, which are cases involving children in need of protection and services due to abuse and neglect in the home. We also handle termination of parental rights cases. The number of these TPR cases continues to increase as we've transitioned to our office prosecuting TPRs rather than hiring contracted attorneys to allow for continuity in counsel with the goal of increasing the rate at which children achieve permanency. These matters are complex, often urgent, and always sensitive. I want to recognize the staff in our office who handle these cases with professionalism and care. Yelena, Jordan, and Serena work closely with caseworkers, the courts, and families to ensure outcomes that are both lawful and compassionate. In addition to our litigation, we continue to play a key advisory role in labor and employment matters, including supporting human resources in employee investigations and disciplinary proceedings, assisting the Sheriff's Office and the Law Enforcement Committee with labor grievances, MOUs, and union negotiations, and advising on personnel policies to ensure compliance with state and federal law. This proactive legal support helps the county maintain fair, effective, and legally defensible employment practices. Our team also reviewed or drafted all county contracts, including multiple real estate transactions, contractor agreements, intergovernmental agreements, and purchasing contracts across departments. We revised multiple county ordinances and supported enforcement actions related to zoning and public health violations. Finally, we oversaw the completion of the project to codify the county's ordinances, an effort that was several years in the making and that will pay dividends long into the future. By ensuring our ordinances are organized, up to date, and easily accessible, we're supporting both internal operations and public transparency. In closing, our office remains committed to being a trusted and accessible resource for Jefferson County. Whether it's a quick legal opinion, a formal ordinance, or representation in the courtroom, our goal is the same: to provide accurate, timely legal counsel that supports good decision-making and helps the county deliver effective, lawful services to its residents. Thank you for your continued support, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions for Danielle? Questions for Danielle? Her office is always open for your questions, so thank you very much. Thank you, Danielle. Takes us to committee reports, resolutions, and ordinances. Finance Committee. Item A, resolution accepting the Iola Foundation's Changemaker Grant at the Human Services Department, amending the 2025 budget. Supervisor Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolution number?
37.
Thank you. Jefferson County Human Services was recently awarded a $5,000 Changemaker grant from the Iola Foundation DBA It Gets Better to promote belonging, celebrate LGBTQ plus youth voices and talents, increase awareness of local resources, and foster youth leadership and empowerment. This resolution authorizes the acceptance of the Changemaker grant as the fiscal agent and amends the 2025 budget accordingly. On August 5th, 2025, the Finance Committee reviewed the request from the Human Service Director and recommended forwarding this resolution to the County Board for approval. The vote was 3-2. Mr. Chair, I am going now to read a motion relating to Resolution 2025-37 that was approved at the Human Service Committee meeting this morning. Mr. Chair, youth within Jefferson County identified, applied for, and were awarded a grant to initiate an event for creative expression and resource sharing. There would be no taxpayer money involved. However, Jefferson County was requested to serve as the fiscal agent for this event, and to do so would require a budget amendment. The Finance Committee and Human Service Board both considered this request. As chair of both bodies, at this point in time, I believe it is in the county's best interest and the best interest for this group of youth to guide them towards using a different entity as their fiscal agent. I move to indefinitely postpone this resolution.
Second. It's moved by Mr. Jones. Well, who is second?
Second.
Mr. Supervisor Jacob. Okay.
Mr. Chair, at this time, I would also like to request that County Administrator Lucky be allowed to speak at this time and give background information before opening the floor for discussion.
Anybody opposed to Mr. Lucky speaking? Seeing none? Mr. Lucky.
Yeah, this morning, the Human Services Board discussed this resolution, and I was asked to just give a little bit of background on how it came about, because it was quick. This past month, a group of individuals that is not a 501c3 nonprofit, is a safe space group, had met and identified this grant. It was youth-led. It comes from a nonprofit foundation called the Iola Foundation, and it is for the purpose of community building events like this, which would again be a celebration offering, like some type of open mics, community events, and then a resource sharing fair. They had approached Human Services because the grant can only go to a eligible 501c3 nonprofit or a unit of government, and had asked if the Jefferson County would serve as a fiscal agent, which would mean that the county would receive the funds and then comply kind of with all the financial requirements of providing a grant. That means, documenting expenses and returning that information back to the foundation. This was, like I said, considered at the Finance Committee meeting, and given kind of the public feedback that was presented after the Finance Committee meeting and before this morning, the board decided that rather than serve as a distraction towards what the youth were trying to accomplish with this, it might be better to guide them towards a different person or a different entity to be the fiscal agent. I think I'm going to just kind of plagiarize some of the words from our Human Services Director, which I think is always a good call to lean on our very qualified department heads. Brent had shared the Human Service Department's North Star is to be available and accessible to all members of the public who present with whatever needs that might come. And with that North Star in mind was how it was then brought to the board. However, after deliberation among elected officials, it was identified that perhaps at this time it will be best to indefinitely postpone while the Human Services Department work to identify a more appropriate recipient of this grant along with that safe space group.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Any questions for Michael or for Supervisor Jones?
Yes, I have a question.
Mr. Gross, we recognize you.
Yes, how did this California group pick Jefferson County?
It was individuals from Jefferson County who saw that this grant was available and applied for it. So it wasn't proactive from the Iola Foundation, it was proactive from the members of this safe space group. That's kind of an informal collaboration.
Other questions? Supervisor Gulick.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Is there any ideas at present on what other entities might serve as a host for this grant?
I did get one nonprofit recommendation from another county board supervisor. I don't know if that is something I should share now. But we're working on it. I don't want to commit them to doing it and then and have them not do it.
Supervisor Callen.
I just want to say, as a member of the Human Services Board, that I really struggled with this decision today because I really want to make sure that we as a county support these youth. I think they showed a lot of initiative in going out to try and find this grant, and they're supporting each other, and I think it's good work on the part of the county to support these kids. I reluctantly agreed that I think we should find another entity to be the fiscal agent, but I don't want that to be interpreted as we're not supporting these kids. Thank you.
Thank you. Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I am one of the members of the Finance Committee. We did take this issue up in this resolution, and we did vote on it. And one of the considerations at that time for me was that it was supported by Human Services, the director, and probably other people that are in the mental health field in that department. And one of the letters that we got talked about that this could cause more mental health problems for these youth. And I just want to say I put a lot of trust in our staff and our directors, and I doubt if any of our professional mental health caretakers would jeopardize the mental health of anybody in our community like that. So at that time, I did trust Brent Relo and supported this at the Finance Committee. I did talk with him, and I support him in this change up here to take a different path because I think our staff do a good job. That's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Christensen. Anybody else? Mr. Lund.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Also, as a member of the Human Services Board, I concur with Supervisor Callen that this was a really difficult decision for me. I fully support the county being this fiscal agent and working with this group to put on their event and support them. I'm going to read a portion of the executive summary that Supervisor Jones did not read. Data from the 2024 U.S. National Survey on the Mental Health of LGBTQ plus young people found that LGBTQ plus youth living in highly accepting communities attempted suicide at less than half the rate of those living in unaccepting environments. This is a powerful and urgent reminder that community acceptance is not just meaningful, it is life-saving. And then my commentary on that is that prevention of youth suicide is right in the wheelhouse of the mission of the Human Services Department. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Lund. Anyone else? Supervisor Tracy.
My question would be, if the grant is, I don't want to say rejected, but how long is there a time element before the grant is rescinded from the Iola Foundation?
I don't know. Can you address that, Mike?
Looking to Brent.
Brent, oh yeah.
We tried to do some research and preparation for not only Finance Committee, but Human Services Board and tonight. It was unable to be found on the website exactly what those parameters would be, but if the county board so moves to go in this direction, my commitment to that group and to our staff is to work with the foundation on getting that information and help redirecting that grant as soon as possible.
Thank you, Brent. I'm sure you'll do your due diligence and an excellent job. Supervisor Turnbull Heights.
Related to that, my question is, if this grant, if you don't find another recipient for it, is this something that can come back to the board and be considered? I think that the arts and humanities are not grooming people to become a particular lifestyle. It's helping people be in life. And it is the lack of support from their communities and their families that lead a lot of these youth to be thinking about suicide and committing it. I have many friends who have LGBTQ life. And the issue with that is a lot of them were born that way, and some of them were discarded by their families, including people who had to leave their country and risk losing their lives over it. It isn't about religion. It is about humanity. God made them the way they are.
Thank you, Supervisor Triple Heights. Anyone else? Thank you for all your comments. Anything else? If not, Supervisor
Just
Morris.
repeat what exactly we're doing here.
Supervisor Jones, could you?
The motion I made on the floor would be to indefinitely postpone Resolution 2025-37. I believe that the parameters say if we were to just table it, then there could be no discussion, no debate. By doing this, it opened it up. It would be able to come back, but the motion is to indefinitely postpone it.
Good. So it's to postpone indefinitely. Anything else?
And we have a second on that, right?
We had a second from Supervisor Jekyll, I believe it was. Anything else? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Okay. The ayes have it. All right, on to item B, resolution denying claim of Optimum RX regarding opium litigation.
Is this Resolution 37 also then? We didn't.
This would be 38.
We didn't vote on the other one, though.
Use 37.
Okay. All right. All right.
Did we repeat 37? Okay, thank you. Denying claim of opiate RX regarding opiate litigation. A claim has been made against Jefferson County alleging Jefferson County attempt to add Opiate RX Incorporated as an additional defendant in the ongoing national opiate multi-district litigation without proper legal authority. The claim has been reviewed by Corporation Counsel as well as the county's outside counsel in the opiate litigation, and it is recommended for disallowance based on the finding that the claim lacks merit and the county has no liability for this claim. While Jefferson County maintains the county board authorized the county to perform all actions required to advance claims against those entities responsible for the opiate epidemic, including Opiate RX, which it initially passed Resolution 2017-39 for the avoidance of doubt. Jefferson County recently confirmed and ratified the authority of council to add additional defendants to the opiate litigation Resolution 2523 in response to this claim. The resolution formally denies the claim filed against Jefferson County and directs the Corporation Council to give the claimant notice of this disallowance. The Finance Committee considered this resolution on August 25th, 2025 and recommended forward to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note, the fiscal impact of this resolution cannot be determined at this time. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Jones, second by Supervisor Jekyll. Questions, discussion on Resolution 37? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hearing none? Yeah, don't sit down, Supervisor Jones. Resolution accepting a bid for replacement of the fire alarm system at Fair Park Activity Center and amending the 2025 budget. This will require a 2/3 vote, so have your tablets.
Resolution number 2538. Jefferson County Fair Park fire alarm system was identified as obsolete during an annual inspection in the last 12 months. We believe this is the original fire alarm system installed with the 2001 Office Edition and should be retired and replaced with a new system that will comply with all building codes and life safety measures. On June 13, 2025, the Director of Facility issued a request for proposal to solicit bids for the removal and replacement of the fire alarm in the Activity Center office building. 4 contractors participated in the pre-bid walkthrough. However, only one bid was submitted by Current Electric with a total cost of $39,000. The Director of Facilities recommended a contingency of 15% or $5,850 for a project total not to exceed $44,850. The Director of Facilities checked references to ensure this bidder is able to perform the work as required and received positive responses. This resolution authorizes the county administrator to contract with Current Electric for the completion of the Fair Park fire alarm system project at a cost of $39,000 with a 15% project contingency and amends the 2025 budget accordingly. On August 5th, 2025, the Finance Committee considered this resolution and unanimously recommended it to be forwarded to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note. This replacement was not included in the 2025 budget. The Finance Committee recommends using contingency funding in the amount of $44,850 for this item. This resolution authorizes the finance director to make the necessary budget adjustments to enact this resolution. This is a budget amendment. County board approval requires a 2/3 vote of the entire membership of the county board, 20 votes of the 30-member county board. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Supervisor Jones, seconded by Supervisor Backlund. Questions? Supervisor Morris.
Was it surprising that we didn't get bids for that?
Somewhat, I think the way the system was configured, it was kind of an older system split between a couple different structures. And so as there was a walkthrough and some looking at it, I think it may have been just outside the scope of what some of the bidders wanted to take on.
Any other questions? Seeing none, please vote on your tablet.
Supervisor Richardson?
Aye.
Supervisor Morris?
Yes. I got kicked out. I don't know why.
Okay. Supervisor Risto?
Aye.
We have 29 yes, 0 no, 1 absent.
Obviously, this passes unanimously. Thank you. Item D, resolution upgrading the county server environment from Windows Server 2019 to Windows Server 2025 and amending the 2025 budget. This again will require a 2/3 vote.
Resolution number 2025-39. Jefferson County currently operates on Windows Servers 2019, which has an end of life in January of 2029. Server 2019 plays a critical role in hosting all county IT functions spanning all county departments for all programs and services. For example, Munis, GIS, Executime, Sheriff's Department, Emergency Software, Human Services Software, and all internal systems. The Planning and Development Department recently engaged CloudPoint Geospatial to review the current GIS system, and it was recommended that the county upgrade to the ArcGIS Enterprise System operating in Windows Servers 2025. The current GIS system utilizes outdated tools with end of life in 2026 for building and maintaining important GIS services like the county GIS web map. This GIS upgrade will allow for more flexibility, deployment of new tools, ability to provide higher quality service, and overall more robust system. The county will benefit from upgrading from Windows Servers 2019 to Windows Servers 2025 by increased server performance, reduced user downtime for server maintenance and updates, and a 10-year investment with a new end of life in 2034. In total, the county manages 60 servers, of which approximately 52 operate on Windows Servers 2019. In coordination and collaboration with various departments, including Planning and Development, MIS, the Highway Department, Finance, and Administration, it was determined upgrading to the Windows Servers 2025 now, rather than waiting until the current server's end of life would be the most effective and efficient option given the current needs for the GIS upgrade. Quotes were obtained from multiple sources and are listed below. SHI International provided the lowest quote and is a participant in the NIA Partners Cooperative Purchase Group and is a Microsoft partner. As such, it is recommended the county contract with SHI International for the upgrade. The quotes obtained are listed below. This resolution authorized the purchase of Windows Servers 2025 from SHI International at a cost of $71,892.20 and amends the 2025 budget accordingly. The Finance Committee reviewed this resolution on August 2025 and recommended forward to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note, funding for this request would be shared among several departments as follows. Land Information Department, $20,000, Highway Department, $15,000, MIS, $25,000, contingency, $11,892. Passage of this resolution authorizes the Finance Director to make the necessary budget adjustments to enact this resolution. This is a budget amendment. County Board approval requires a 2/3 vote of the entire membership of the County Board, 20 votes of the 30-member County Board. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Supervisor Jones, seconded by Supervisor Backlund. Questions? Supervisor Braga.
It does mention that MIS is $25,000, but in actuality, that $25,000 is then dispersed among all the different departments, or is this actually coming from their own individual funds?
It's a little tricky to say because the MIS budget, all the revenue that comes in is kind of levy that's charged out to various departments. So this is not something that's going to be further dispersed, but this is 2025 money that had come in from every department, kind of paying in for MIS costs that's going to be absorbed by that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That's a little piece of
A piece of it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we charge the revenues back out, but it's from that pot originally. It would not be a new request.
Generally, it's internal.
Yeah, that's what.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Seeing none, this is a 2/3 vote. Please vote on your tablet.
Supervisor Richardson?
Aye.
Supervisor Morris?
yes.
Supervisor Risto?
Aye.
We have 29 yes, 0 no, 1 absent.
The resolution passes. Item E, resolution authorizing the county to service loans for the Live Local Development Fund and amending the 2025 budget. Again, this will be a 2/3 vote.
Resolution number 2025-40. In 2023, Thrive Ed created the Live Local Development Fund, and a collaboration between Thrive Ed, Jefferson County, and several regional partners included a hospital, banks, and foundations as a tool for stimulating growth in the housing stock in Jefferson County. Jefferson County, along with these partners, have pledged funds through the enactment of the contribution donor agreements and investor agreements. Interested developers apply for the funding, and applications are underwritten and evaluated by a panel of professionals that represent our investors and have experience evaluating the financial viability of housing projects. Some of the interest collected from this program will be used to fund a position in the Jefferson County Economic Development Department. The Jefferson County Economic Development Department, in cooperation with the Finance Department, will account for and service the loans originating from this program. The Jefferson County Finance Department has determined the proper accounting treatment for this program and has determined that the establishment of a new economic development special revenue fund would be most prudent to account for this program. A budget amendment is necessary to account for the activity in this fund. On August 5th, 2025, the Finance Committee voted 5-0 to recommend that Jefferson County be responsible for servicing and accounting of the loans for the Live Local Development Fund and to amend the 2025 budget accordingly. Fiscal note, please see the attached budget adjustment or amendment request form and proposed adjustments to the 2025 budget. This resolution authorizes the finance director to make the necessary budget adjustments to enact this resolution. This is a budget amendment. County board approval requires a 2/3 vote of the entire membership of the county board, 20 votes of the 30-member county board. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Supervisor Jones. I have a second. Supervisor Jekyll. Questions? Discussion? Seeing none, please use your tablets.
Supervisor Richardson?
Aye.
Supervisor Morris?
Aye.
Supervisor Risto?
Aye.
Supervisor White?
Aye.
We have 28 yes, 1 no, 1 absent.
The resolution passes. Takes us to item 11, Highway Committee, resolution authorizing the purchase of a 2026 triaxial semi-tractor for the Highway Department. Supervisor Jekyll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Resolution number 2025-41. Executive summary, Jefferson County Highway Department is requesting approval to purchase a new triaxle semi-tractor to replace the department's existing 2001 triaxle semi-tractor, which has reached the end of its service life. The current 2001 Sterling triaxle semi-tractor presents ongoing safety concerns, particularly because of corrosion, and no longer meets the operational needs of the department. The replacement semi-tractor will enhance the department's ability to safely and efficiently transport heavy equipment required for road construction and maintenance projects across the county. Purchase aligns with county's strategic goals of maintaining safe, effective transportation infrastructure while ensuring the safety of county staff and the public. The procurement of the triaxle semi-tractor followed the county's purchasing ordinance and competitive quote process to ensure the fiscal responsibility. The Highway Department recommends purchasing the triaxle semi-tractor from Crete Truck Center. While this bid is nominally higher purchase price than the lowest bidder, Crete Truck Service offers a no-cost annual buyback replacement option, which adds significant value to its bid. This resolution authorizes the Highway Department to purchase one 2026 triaxle semi-tractor from Crete Truck Center for $170,000. The Highway Committee considered this resolution in its meeting on July 31st and recommended forwarding it to the board for approval. You can see on the bottom of this page and the following page the other quotes that came in, and funding for this resolution is included in the Highway Department Equipment Operations Cost Center 53241. No budget amendment is necessary. Mr. Chairman, I move for adoption of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Jacobs, second by Mr. Morris. Questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Opposed.
The resolution passes. Takes us to item 12, Parks Committee. Resolution authorizing county conservation aid grant application for Carlin Weld County Park and amending the Parks Department budget. Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have resolution number 2025-42. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources Fish and Wildlife Management Grant Program was created to assist counties in the improvement of fish and wildlife resources. The program was established by the Wisconsin Legislature in 1965 and provides matching funds for a growing list of county-sponsored fish and wildlife habitat projects. The Jefferson County Parks Department would like to apply for financial assistance through this program to supplement vegetation management activities at Carlin Weld County Park, including conducting a prescribed burn, invasive plant controls, and overseeding of areas with low biodiversity. The total cost of the project is estimated at $5,000, with 50% covered by the grant and 50% covered by a combination of staff labor and donations that have been received for the park. This resolution authorizes the county to apply for a conservation aid grant for Carlin Weld County Park. The Parks Committee considered this resolution at its meeting on July 24, 2025, and recommended forwarding to the county board for approval. Fiscal note. This resolution authorizes the application for a $2,500 grant through the Wisconsin County Conservation Aids Program. The grant will cover 50% of the total project cost of $5,000. The required 50% local match will be met through a combination of in-kind staff time and private donations. No additional county tax levy funding is required. Should this grant be awarded, the finance director is authorized to make the necessary budget adjustments to enact this resolution. This is a budget amendment. The county board approval requires 2/3 vote of the entire membership of the county board. And Mr. Chairman, I move for adoption of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Christensen, second by Supervisor Gulick. Questions? Discussion? Seeing none, please vote on your tablet.
Supervisor Richardson?
Aye.
Supervisor Morris?
Aye.
Supervisor Risto?
Aye.
We have 28 yes, 1 no, 1 absent.
The resolution passes. Item 13, Planning and Zoning Committee. Report. Supervisor Jacob.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Report to the honorable members of Jefferson County Board of Supervisors. Jefferson County Planning and Zoning Committee, having considered petitions to amend the official zoning map of Jefferson County filed for public hearing held on July 17, 2025, as required by law pursuant to Wisconsin statutes, notice thereof having been given and being duly advised of the wishes of the town boards and persons in the areas affected, hereby makes the following recommendations. The committee has reviewed and considered the facts presented in the application and received in public hearing and finds that the criteria listed in Wisconsin statute 91.48 and Jefferson County zoning ordinance section 22-56B has been met for the below listed petitions. The committee further finds that the petitions are consistent with Jefferson County Comprehensive Plan and Farmland Preservation Plan. Further support for the committee's recommendation can be found at the staff reports, individual petition files on record in Planning and Development Office. Approval of petitions as listed, dated this 12th day of August, 2025, Blaine Paulson, Secretary. And moves us on to ordinance number 8, amending the official zoning map of Jefferson County. The Board of Supervisors heretofore been petitioned to amend the official zoning map, and whereas the petitions as listed, Mr. Chair, I move for adoption of this ordinance.
Moved by Mr. Jaco, who second? Mr. Paulson. Questions, discussion? Supervisor Kennard?
I will abstain for potential conflict of interest.
Okay. Duly noted. Any other questions, discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hearing none. The ordinance passes. Takes us to public comment of a general nature. Do we have any public comment of nature? Seeing none, we move to item 8B. Mr. Lucky, this would be discussion regarding potential sale of county-owned farmland.
Yes, and this is going to be brief as well. I'm going to take my cues from Audrey and Danielle. The reason why we're doing this a little bit ahead of potentially any concrete plans is simply because of the timeline that we might expect if what we've been working on does end up going through. Under codename Project Universe, there was a site visit made to some additional land in the Food and Beverage Innovation Campus. Project Universe is a cheesemaker with a footprint in Wisconsin. They visited a couple weeks ago and initially had been looking for a 20-acre site. I'll share my screen so you can all kind of orient up. I have to send requests to do that. Okay, so you can kind of all orient yourselves to the area I'm talking about. So north of Kikkoman Way, so this area on the southeast corner is Kikkoman. Across Kikkoman Way is about a 40-acre parcel that's currently zoned as one parcel. What they had initially looked at was purchasing just the 20 acres over here on the east side of that, but had then, by the end of the site visit, also requested that we potentially have for sale the full 40-acre parcel lot, which would essentially close this area for sales. Again, the timeline they're under, we had heard they might be interested in breaking ground as soon as this fall, which means that the next time this would come before the board would be when we would have kind of the public announcement of who this is and their purchase and sale agreement, which would be negotiated and sent back. There are a couple things that I've heard that might want to be included in any potential purchase and sale agreement that has been brought through the finance and executive committees. We don't know if we're going to get this, but again, I just wanted to make sure you were all aware so that the next time you saw it, you had some context.
Any questions for Administrator Lucky? Seeing none. Announcements. Supervisor Brogler.
As you remember, we have been privileged to be the co-host for this year's Wisconsin County Association in September, and I want to thank the one elected official who agreed to work the stand, the one supervisor who said he would get me some product, and the one other county department head who said they had something for display purposes. My request tonight is for all three of those. More help with covering the display, because I'm currently involved in 3 workshops, so I can't be there at that time. I need more flyers and information and just general, we want to present Jefferson County as a winner. And we know that we are, but we want the other 71 counties to know that as well. We have a wonderful spot on the convention floor. And then if you've got some products, I did take some names down tonight of those companies. Maybe I can at least get an empty box that will look like we have something from that. So if you could help me with that, please email me. That would be a great benefit to all of us.
Thank you, Mr. Brogler, and this is a unique opportunity, so let's take advantage of it if we can here. I saw another hand up. Oh, Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a reminder, a friendly reminder that I demand everybody attend the last brew of the View of 2025 on August 21st, more or less from 5 till 8. It's a band, I think it's Soggy Bottoms going to be playing. Food's good. Get beer and some sodas there. And there's usually like 300 or 400 people that show up. It's a good time to meet your friends, and I invite you to do that.
It's
Thanks.
August 21st, correct?
August 21st, yes, Thursday.
Good, we have a short practice that night. I can make it. Mr. Lucky.
If you want to work up a thirst beforehand, on the morning of August 21st and also all day of August 20th is the sequential intercept model mapping workshop being held at the Watertown Fire Station from 8 to 4 on the 20th and then from 8 to 12:30 on the 21st. It is an opportunity for community partners from many organizations, including many law enforcement organizations, to map out the ways that someone might interact with the criminal justice system from sequence 0, which is experiencing mental health crisis, all the way till sequence 5, which would be probation and parole. So if you are interested in attending that event, please let me know. And I'm going to steal Kevin's thunder because I didn't see his hand up. But the 2026 dog park calendars are here, $10 and available in the, I don't know if you brought any with you, Kevin. But they are available for sale at the Parks Department.
Maybe that should go along in the box with Mr. Brogler. Anything else? Any other announcements? Any other announcements? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. I saw Mr. Jekyll's hand up right away, and I got a second from Mr. Gulig. This is not debatable. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you all for your time and effort tonight. And